Yep, got that. All right, just checking out my settings if you're tuning in right now. Getting ready to start jumping in here to game. I just want to make sure I'm capturing the sounds from everything, so. And let's go through. Yep, it's picking up now, but I'll go ahead and put this. Check 1, 2. Got my microphone now. Just check that. Yep. All right. Good. Excellent. Looks like I got the sound set up and ready to roll. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, England, and wherever else you are. If you're watching this live stream right now today, it's President's Day here in the United States, and I got the day off. I'm going to be doing some weird stuff today. I think I'm going to do some bounty hunting and whatnot. So be sure to jump back in about a half an hour when the stream goes live. And I'm going to put it on stream starting soon. And then we'll go ahead and get started after I'm done getting the prep work done. And we're going to jump into the verse, and we're going to run some flights in the Hornet. We're going to do a bunch of fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, here we go. Good morning. Sorry about the delay. I had to eat something. I've been up since, oh God, probably 6 a.m. Had a lot of things I had to do this morning running around. Got some things done for my car, mechanically speaking. And decided I was going to jump in. And I know nobody's watching right now, but I'm still going to talk because somebody might watch the recording later. Like you guys really give a crap. I'm an old guy. I do still work, but when I do have an occasion to game on a weekday, I'm going to stream it just so people at work, if they want to tune in, they can, especially if they follow my channel. They can chat. They can live vicariously, and we can enjoy Star Citizen together. Now, as you well know, right now, 4.0.1 is out. We're waiting for 4.0.2 to hit. A lot of good things coming around the corner. A lot of good things happen with this patch. So let's go ahead and start it up here. Let's jump in to the verse. Now, I've got best selected. I've had really great success with the Australian servers of late, but I'm going to go with best because that's what I was on last night when I recorded a quick video I'm going to post later on the channel. I got to edit it. You know, video editing kind of, it's time consuming. But I did record a video last night, 1 year anniversary PvE Hornet Ghost Mark II as compared to 1 year ago Hornet Ghost Mark I. So let's do this. Sorry if you catch me hiccuping or making weird noises. I just ate breakfast. It's almost 10 o'clock my time, and I'm just now eating breakfast. I've been up for, gosh, 5 hours. So, yeah, it's not going to be a very super long day, and it's probably going to be a pretty boring stream for you guys. But I thought I'd just jump in and run a stream, and then somebody can watch it later if they want to, or if they come across my channel, they check out the update on YouTube, etc., etc. Oh boy, here we go. Yep, I'm at Orison. As always, my co-pilot and helper is Helix. Close comms.
Closing.
That's so necessary. Mad props to many of you out there in the community, especially the content creators. You guys try to keep the community clean, but you're not being very successful because the vast majority of the community is just total toxic. And I don't even look at general chat because it's not even worth my time. Ooh, getting a little bit of pixelation and some lag this morning. Well, let's see if it's a server or just my computer. I think it's a server. And no, I am not based out of Orison. I am not willing to put up with the garbage that happens here, but Orison Crusader area is great for bounties as far as I'm concerned. Hey, get in there. Oof, made it. This is probably one of the better places to fly bounties in my opinion. And it's a great way to grind up your rep is right here at Crusader, but the people, just the sheer amount of people. It's kind of like a while ago, probably 2-3 years ago, all the content creators, you know, everyone from morphologists to what's his name, Space Tomato, and all the other guys were getting on there on the stream, on their stream or on their YouTube and saying, yeah, man, New Babbage, it's a place to start. New Babbage, you know, Microtech, New Babbage, blah, blah, blah. And that place turned into a shithole so fast because of the amount of people connecting to and being in that area. Frames were garbage, and I mean total garbage. It was hard to play as it was because of the state of the game, but then you have the player load on top of that, and it was just, total garbage. Well, that's the way Orison's getting right now. Everybody discovered the beauty that is Orison, the wonderful area that is Orison. And they've been basing themselves out of Orison, and of course, not Port Ollie, but Seraphim Station.
Please prepare to disembark.
So I only fly bounties out of here. Everything else, I run out of my home station, which I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because it's not important. It doesn't have any bearing on the grand scheme of things. I'm going to go ahead and shut my yap hole for a little bit here. Let you enjoy me getting prepped to fly bounties. Yay!
Very own gentle giants, Stormwells? Then why not take on our very own, the soft and lovable
Stanton is calling. Stay at the luxurious accommodations. Tour Empire Club.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected.
All right, here's my little trick.
Stand by. Your vehicle
So,
has been delivered to the following location.
hangars have been total garbage, and when I try to summon up my Ghost, my Amble Hornet Ghost, for example, it glitches through and destroys itself by falling through the floor of the hangar, right? Through the deck. But I found a ship that doesn't, for me, and that is the Avenger Titan. There it is. And so what I'll do is I'll pull up the Avenger Titan first. Let it be on the deck when I arrive. Just glance over. Yes, it's there. Didn't glitch through. So then I'll put it away.
Welcome
And once the deck is lowered,
your vehicle has been moved to our storage. Please visit us again.
once the deck is lowered here, and I see the marker, the VT2158-GQ. Yes, Gentleman's Quarterly. Once that marker goes away, I know that the Avenger has been stored. And once it's stored, I go up here and I go in and I pull out the ship I really want, which is the Anvil F7CS Hornet Ghost Mark II. And we'll talk a little bit about that. So, when it first came out, the ship actually sucked. It only had 2 weapons. It had 2 wing weapons, no ball turret, no nose turret, and it was severely undergunned, severely underarmed for what it is. It had 2 racks of 4 size 1 missiles in the belly, which it still does, and it only had 2 size 4 wing weapons, which might be enough, but they weren't cutting it because the size of the components, the strength of the ship, etc., you need to put a lot of damage on point very quickly. And no, I don't fly it like a stealth. I just like the stealth. Okay, let me roll this back. I do not fly the Hornet Ghost Mark 1 or 2 as a stealth fighter. I use stealth the stealth aspect of the ship to my advantage. I use this as a medium multi-purpose fighter. The stealth aspect gives me the ability to disengage from combat, go cold, haul butt, and allow my shields to regenerate. If your shields go down, you're in a world of hurt, right? In this current iteration, if your shields go down, you're done. You're gonna go boom very quickly. So, that being said, the Hornet Mark II Ghost was not very good when it first came out. Then the devs go, oh, okay, let's make the nose turret. So they dropped the nose turret on there, and man, let me tell you, it's a huge upgrade from the Mark 1. These are size 3s. The Mark 1 nose turret, that big nasty chin pimple, only could mount size 1s. This is size 3s. And it's gimbals. These are on a Very Puck. You can see the Very Puck right there. Right there. That black thing, that's the Very Puck. That's a gimbal. These are size 4s. Then they came out just this week with the Super Hornet Mark II and the Heartseeker module that went with it. I got both. Buddy of mine, Raving, who plays on One Nuts Discord and in that group, as I do quite a bit, informed me that you can pull the F7C M2 turret off of the Super Hornet and put it on any Hornet variant in game. Mark II, not Mark 1. Any Mark II Hornet variant that's currently in game. And if you do it right and you don't get your ship destroyed, you get 8 extra size 1 missiles. There's a caveat there. If your ship gets destroyed and you have to claim it, that extra missile rack, for some reason, does not come back when you file your claim. The other part of it is you cannot load that missile rack with the auto loading, the repair, refuel, and restock auto loading in the landing services. You have to restock the basic missiles, which are in the belly of the craft, using that. Then you have to store the ship and then put missiles in manually into the turret. Now you can see I have the turret, and you can see right there in the middle, those are the, oh, I'm missing a missile. No, I'm not. Those are the size 1, 8 extra size 1s. And the guns on there are size 3 also, matching the nose. So we have 2 size 3s on the chin, 2 size 3s on the back, 2 size 4s under the wings, and 16 size 1 missiles. Now, you scoff because size 1 missile. Yeah, well, let me tell you why you shouldn't. Because if you use the right missile, in this case, Task Force, which are EMs. Okay, let me get my calibrated here. I get calibrated.
All systems online.
So I'll switch into missile mode. Sorry about that. Ship's loud. 16's Task Force. So 4 of these will turn a Gladius into a tube with a nose gun. It blows the wings and tails clean off a Gladius. 1 volley of 4 missiles that hit will basically disable a Gladius. A 300 series, disabled. A Delta, disabled. 4 Task Force. Now, they are not cheap. They are quite expensive missiles today. So I use them to clear bounties quickly because, if you don't know this, a call to arms doesn't pay you for the tag-along bad guys on bounties. So if you show up and you have your bounty target and 2 tag-along bad guys in his crew, if you kill the main bounty, that's all the money you're getting. You might as well just leave. I fly and kill the rest of them because I like the practice, but I'm not making a penny more for killing them. Oh, wrong one. I got to go to my contracts. So, that being said, I just started flying my bounties Friday night. I'm sorry. I had been scraping and making money, so you can see down here. I started with 250K, and I'm at 5.1. That's really, literally 2-3 weeks worth of scraping, and I'm at 5.5, or 5. I was at 5.5 million. I'm at 5.1. Now, MRTs, are they worth the money? That's an extraction. I won't do that. That's a ground mission. Bounty issued in Crusader is a flying mission. You can see that they're in the asteroid surrounding yellow. I'm going to accept that real quick. But let's go back to offers. Bounty extraction is a bunker mission. It pays 48K. It is a bunker mission. Bounty issued is a flying bounty. You can see asteroid surrounding yellow. Bounty extraction is a bunker mission. Bunker mission. So remember that. Don't take them on accident. You could be sorely underprepared. And if you look here, now it's not there, a call to arms does state very implicitly that any criminals killed in the course of obtaining your bounty do not count towards the call to arms extra money. So it's not worth taking anymore. Just going to say that. It's just not worth taking. All right, let's do this. Request departure.
Executing now.
Shields offline.
Retract landing gear. I got some
Gear
drift in my stick. I don't know what's going on.
Landing gear.
I keep drifting down. I just calibrated mine too. Deactivate VTOL.
I will assist you, Master.
And so when I come out on Orison, I go to an 85-degree trajectory. 80 to 85 degree trajectory. That is practically straight up. It's the fastest route to get to quantum height, quantum altitude, I should say.
Quantum drive is now on.
All right.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
All right, let's do this.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
I'm going to approach 10 kilometers closer.
Shields online.
So that's one of the things I've been noticing. Okay, I got my target. He's right there. I just got to figure out what he's flying, and then I'm going to waste him.
Bogey.
Yeah. What are you flying? Oh, he's in an arrow. He's done. 4 missiles and he's toast. Solid red, 1 shot. That's what I'm talking about. That softens, quote unquote, your target. I'm going to finish him off. As soon as that reticle turns green, he's done.
Target destroyed.
Now that's a Reliant core.
Shields. Target destroyed.
I think that's it. So, yeah, the Mark II, definitely worth the buy.
Shields offline. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
And that's what this is. This is just get in, do your bounty, get out, grind, grind, grind. Trying to grind your rep up.
Quantum
That's it.
drive is now off.
And I know from past experience, if the Ghost Mark II is as good as its predecessor, the Mark I, I'll be able to fly this thing up to probably HRTs without a problem. Finish HRTs with no issue. It's when you get into the VHRTs and then the ERTs that you might want to go up a grade to a heavier fighter from a medium to a heavy. Simply because the amount of damage you can put on point with a heavy fighter is much more significant than what you can do even with the upgraded medium fighter that the Mark II is. Sorry, I was drinking coffee. And I misspoke. I wasn't just drinking coffee. I am drinking coffee. I drink a lot of coffee.
Quantum drive is now off.
And I keep it at nav mode to head down through the Atmo just because it's quicker. And I'm in Armistice. You land basically in Armistice when you quantum to Orison, so you're pretty safe. I say that kind of with a caveat. You're pretty safe. It's not a guarantee anywhere. So I'll show you what the reload process is like here.
Shields online.
Request landing.
Sending docking request.
There we go. Deploy landing gear.
Deploying gear.
Landing gear deployed.
5x5, I have the ball. Damn. I'm getting close. I'm literally practicing landing in first person just so I'm trying to hit that diamond right there in the middle. That's my target. I want to hit that thing perfectly. I want to be straddling it. I'll show you. This is, if I were to land perfectly, what would it look like to me? It would look like this. Just like that. That would be a perfect landing for me. Or damn near perfect. I want to be straddling the back of the diamond, the center of the ship, right over that light. That would be a perfect landing. So, all right. So let's go through the steps. Now, it seems, and I'm showing you this for edification and education. So it's going to charge me for the missiles. Yeah, that sucks. It charges you, but it doesn't load them. We've had that error before, but it does not put them in your inventory either. So, well, let me do this. Hold on. Turn the engine off so that I can get a proper fueling on this thing. So, minor repairs, 1 Alpha UEC. I didn't even take a shot. You guys witnessed it. I mean, geez, they didn't even get a shot off at me, practically, except for the core, and it couldn't get through my shields. So, restocking, that restocks the belly only. You'll see when I put it away. I'll show you. Quantum fuel, minor. Hydrogen, minor. Now, get out of this. Oh, and the sound bug, that is, everybody's experiencing it. When you enter your hangar and you land, you lose the sound in your ship. It sucks, but hey. Comes back once you hit the deck. There it is. So, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to store the ship. And,
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle
we'll
has
worry
been moved
about
to our storage
putting...
facility. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I love that fighter. That is one of my, if not my favorite fighter in the game. As soon as that goes away, it's officially stored. There we go.
Campsite, only to realise that you have forgotten
Yep.
your temp.
Hold on. Where's that coming from?
Temp pulse? Well, it's happened to me. With over 30 years on the trail, every mishap I've made along the way has been a valuable lesson that has enriched my journey. In this video,
Where in the
I'm
hell
gonna go
is
through
that
50
sound?
hard-earned lessons that will transform your hiking experience, saving you time,
Oh.
energy.
Just so you guys know, as a hobby, I hike, and my best friend and I are, and we're over 50, just FYI. My best friend and I are going to be doing a 72-mile through hike from Lake Okeechobee to Hobe Sound on a portion of the Florida Trail called the, oddly enough, Ocean to Lake Trail. And that's going to be the end of March, the last week of March. We're going to do that hike. This is kind of a thing that we do, but this year we're taking his son, who is probably one of the coolest kids I've known for a long time. He's my nephew. I call him my nephew, but, you know, he's not my blood nephew, but he is my nephew. Anyway, I was watching a video earlier about a guy who's been hiking a hell of a lot longer than I have, because I took a big break in between when I was in my 20s and when I picked it back up in my 40s. And this guy been hiking that whole time. He's about my age. So anyway, back to the game. Going to load out some, go to the vehicle loadouts, go to your ship, your Hornet and Ghost in my case here. Go to vehicle weapons. You're going to see missile rack 1, all 4 missiles are there. Missile rack 2, all 4 missiles are there. Scroll down, and you'll see, oh, look, there's a rack with 8 missiles, and there's 2 missing. So we just put them in, we save changes and equip, and now we have 16 missiles back on our ship. Now, I cannot advocate for the Hornet Ghost Mark II enough. And let me tell you something. I've flown the Hornet Ghost Mark 1. I flew it pretty consistently all the way up until 3.20, 122, something like that. And then they kind of screwed it up, and I just lost all interest in that ship. Picked it up again, and I was like, well, you know, because I love the Ghost, and I picked up the Mark II. I tried it out, and I was so upset. So I let it go. I let it sit in my hangar for a long time with no activity, no flying. Then they let me know, my friends let me know, hey, look, dude, they have a nose turret. So I tried the nose turret out with the nose turret and the wing turret. It was better, but it wasn't up to Hornet Ghost standards, in my opinion. So then they come out with the Super Hornet Mark II, and I'm like, holy cow, here we go. Now we're in the game. Now we're playing. So that's what that is about. So we'll go back in and we'll pull it up. We'll do one more bounty, and then I'm going to cut the stream off because I don't want to bore you people. Do one more bounty just for fun. I know most people are at work, and I'm just streaming to the ether, but that's okay. I don't mind. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she just gorgeous? Not just because she's red and black, and I'll show you something. How much I love red and black. I match my ship. I love the Singularity version of the Orc armor. That's my favorite. It's a good compromise between mobility and protection. I wear medium armor. Even when I go in bunkers, I typically wear medium armor, unless it's like something like, say, Stanton or the Orison platform one. I forget what the name is. When you're fighting Ninetales, Battle for Orison or some shit like that. Then I'll wear heavy because I want to mitigate damage as much as possible for as long as possible.
Online. Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Go to contracts. Pull up the bounty hunters. Oh, there it is. So let me show you what I mean. Call to arms. Right here. Be aware. Please note, criminals encountered as part of paid contract work do not qualify for the 500 Alpha UEC reward. And that's right here. The CDF will financially compensate those who successfully bring these criminals to justice with a reward of 500 Alpha UEC per outlaw dealt with. Now, if you are in the process of doing a bounty and that person is part of the bounty crew, you will not get paid. Tested and verified. You will not get the 500 Alpha UEC like you used to. But if you happen to be flying around and you run across somebody else's bounty and they are red and you attack them, you will get a minimum of 500 UEC per individual that you blow up, as it were. The more lucrative side of the bounties, according to my friend, Mr. Twidget, is actually salvage. Salvaging your... okay, we'll fly out there. Salvaging the cargo out of the ships. He's HCS voice packs installed. It's just way too cool and makes my life so much easier. I don't have to take my hands off of my sticks and touch base controls or touch keyboard controls. I can just tell voice attack to do it for me.
It means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence as a dream.
All right, let's do this.
Shields offline.
Oh, this is frustrating.
Shields offline. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Shields online.
And you'll see upper left-hand corner, there are 16 task forces. Task force missiles. Task forces. Yeah, 16 task forces. That was real brilliant. English, good. Old Salt, bad. So yeah, that fully reloaded all of my missiles. Get into the habit of doing that if you are... Okay. Scan for the target. So there is a glitch sometimes when you go to these planetary based there's nothing showing. I see nothing. While I am 16 kilometers out, I should be getting a return on something. There it is. Target hostile.
Locking off.
Yeah, he's flying a... Oh, shit. Okay, so this one's going to be a tougher fight. I'm going to give him 2 volleys. Because he's flying a Vanny. I'm going to get him disabled somewhat. There we go. 1 wing off. That should adequately...
Target destroyed.
Target hostile.
Locking target.
Target destroyed. Shields offline. Quantum drive is now on.
And it's that simple.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to Orison, and once I land, I'll call the stream there. I thank you for watching this. I know I didn't get any live views this time. It's not that's not why I do this. I don't care. Just I hope you enjoy my content. I hope you enjoy what I do post when I do post. I'm going to try to get a lot more of it done now that I had to upgrade my internet. It took me a while to get it upgraded because the company that I get internet from had to upgrade the infrastructure, so I was kind of offline since June of last year because the performance degraded so much that I literally could barely game, let alone stream at the same time or record videos and then upload them because it was taking too long. So they finally got the system fixed. I'm now on fiber again, thank God. And you know, gig speeds are much better than 100 megahertz of up and down on the bypass broadband that they put us on for almost a year. Jeez, I mean, I'm realizing now it's been 9 months. Ugh. Let's flip her around like that. I was in the right orientation to begin with. B. Hemingway. Probably Mariel. Unless it's a ship name. No, it wouldn't be a ship name. There wouldn't be a space in there. There wouldn't be a underscore. Sorry, my phone just went. My watch just pinged the notification from my phone. I had to check it. Request landing.
Request sent.
Activate VTOL.
Activating that now.
Deploy landing gear.
Lowering landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
All right, flaring up just so I can kind of target.
Even in the grave, all is not lost.
Let's see. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. I was so close. Damn, just 2 meters short. Crap. All right. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday today if your country does celebrate it, such as Canada having Family Day. Happy Family Day to you Canadian folks out there. Happy President's Day to you Americans. I hope your company or your place of work allows you guys to celebrate this day. Really, truly, remember one thing, if you ever remember one thing that I kind of advocate. Never stop gaming. Gaming keeps us young. It keeps us young at heart. It keeps us young in our minds. And it keeps us young in our souls. I've been a hardcore game player since I was a kid. I started on tabletop role-playing games. When Ataris came out, I was all over Atari like stink on poo. When Nintendos came out much later, I was all over Nintendos like white on rice. I mean, just to use some weird anecdotes, I've been gaming since gaming was pen, paper, and dice, because that was our video games. But I've evolved with the times, and I'm absolutely in love with Star Citizen. I'm in love with what CIG is doing. I'm super excited about Squadron 42. When Squadron 42 hits, I'm going to be doing gameplay videos of Squadron 42. I'm going to disappear off of Star Citizen's servers for however many hundreds of hours, it could take multiple hundreds of hours, it takes for me to play through the entire Squadron 42 game. But I'm going to play that game and only that game. And then once I'm done, I'm bringing everything back over here and I'm tying it back in, and I'm going to be in the verse until I can no longer sit behind the sticks and fly ships. Guys, be well, be happy. Happy holiday if it is a holiday for you. This is OSG signing off.